Hello, I'm James Knight, founder of Gentle Somatic Yoga. The somatic movement flow that I'm going to guide you through today is to help repattern the muscles along the waist and also the side body in general and some of the shoulder. So any of you that play sports like golf or tennis, anything that you use one side, if you're a mother and you pick up your baby on one side, then what happens is we tend to get tighter on one side than the other. So this flow will help lengthen and reset and balance your upper body. So if you would like to come down to the floor, this is actually one of my favorite flows because I sit a lot at a desk and my back feels really tight. So this is really great for the desk worker as well. All right, actually, I'm gonna use this. Just in case you need a pillow, have it nearby. All right, so if you're comfortable, you can rest your head on your shoulder, or if you need to, then have something nearby. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate without a pillow. You can also use a blanket or a towel. The start position is your knees perpendicular to your hips and your ankles perpendicular to your knees. Drape your top hand up and over towards your opposite ear, and this is going to be the position, start position. From here, keep your knees together and lift your top ankle, and notice what happens when you do that. For example, I can feel sensation down the side of my leg, the TFL, the IT band, and into the piriformis. So just do this for a few times so you can get accustomed keeping the knees together. Okay? So you can bring your hand and actually touch and feel which muscles you're going to be repatterning just by this simple movement. Okay, so let's bring the upper body into it. So as you keep your knees together, lift your head up, leading with your elbow towards your hip. What's happening is you're shortening your side body. Be careful not to crank your neck. So when you're lifting your head, just make sure that your neck is comfortable. In this position, then slowly and smoothly come down, back to the floor, and rest. Release muscular engagement. Let's start again. Keep the knees together. This time, pick a different angle with your elbow. So I'm going to come back a little bit at this angle. Again, be careful with the neck. As best as you can, keep your neck long. Notice where you feel muscular engagement, and then mindfully come out of that space into a longer space and rest. I'm going to choose another angle. This time I'm going to bring, as you come up, bring your knee and your elbow closer together, but you're still bringing your side into a shortened, you're engaging your muscles of your side body. Slowly and smoothly come out back to your start position and release muscular effort. Okay, adding on, this is my favorite part, is to engage the muscles of the side body, and this time extend your top leg and bring your elbow and your shoulder behind you and release all muscular efforts. So you can see we went from a very condensed, shortened position to a lengthened position. Let's try that again. Come back to the start position. Keep the knees together, and I'm going to aim my elbow this time more further behind me so I can feel, can you feel the muscles of the shoulder engaging back towards your spine? And as you come down, bring your head and shoulder back and extend your top leg. Oh, this feels good. And as best you can, release all muscular efforts. Return back to the start position, and we'll do one more. From here, how about we bring the elbow more forwards? You're coming more and using your transverse abdominal muscles, and come into this fetal position, and then coming out again. Let's open nice and wide. Releasing all muscular efforts, very important between each repetition. From here, I'm going to ask you to lie down with the legs extended And like all somatic movement flows, whenever you have a chance to check in before and after, it's very good to solidify the brain to muscle re-education. So some of the things that you might notice, because I'm feeling it in my body, is that this shoulder feels much flatter to the floor, and this hip is flatter and this leg feels longer. And whether those things are true or not in reality, it's just important that your soma witnesses that something has changed. In other words, there's no right or wrong answer. Just what do you notice? Awesome. And then let's change sides. So I'm going to roll back and I'm going to continue facing you. Let's go and roll over onto the left side. So get comfortable. So the bottom leg and the arm is your foundation. And draping your right arm up and over your head. Actually, I'm not going to use this pillow. This is here just as an option. For those of you that have neck injuries or sensitive necks, it's better to use something to prop your head up. All right, so I'm going to keep my head on my arm. Drape your top arm up and over towards your opposite ear. Keeping your knees together, let's come into the side crunch. So shortening your side body. With your eyes closed, sense and feel which muscles are you using to create this body shape. And then slowly and smoothly coming down, releasing all muscular effort. And then starting over by choosing another angle or vector. So how about choosing bringing the elbow back behind? So you might feel the muscles engaging behind your shoulder towards the spine. Hold. And mindfully, slowly come out and rest. And then choosing bringing the elbow more towards your knees. This is where there's a slight twist. So feel your abdominal muscles engaging and slowly come down. Also, you'll feel it through the outer thigh, into the hip and pelvis, and rest. Okay, and then let's add that enhancement by extending the top leg and bringing the arm and shoulder behind. So open it up, slow and smooth. I hope this feels good to you as well. Coming back to the starting position. Coming up nice and slow. Feel the side body engaging. Feel the ribs. Feel towards the hip. And then let's come down again, opening, extending, and releasing. Make sure you're not holding any secret tension before starting the next repetition. And then last one. Bring the elbow towards the knees, engaging the transverse abdominal muscles, obliques, latissimus dorsi, and coming out and releasing all muscular effort. So if you have the time and space when you're working to come to the floor and do this, I guarantee you'll feel refreshed when you're done. So let's come down and check in. Adjust your clothes so you're comfortable. Notice how you feel. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Be witness consciousness. Be the observer. Just notice how you feel from the inside out. Some of the things that you might notice is that your right shoulder now feels closer to the floor. You might feel more space through your breathing. This flow definitely helps breathing capacity. And then notice your hips. and your legs. And then when you feel finished, then roll over onto your side, come back to a seated position. In gentle somatic yoga, those body scans are very important because number one, first of all, you're retraining your nervous system. So when we spend those moments in meditation, the soma becomes more aligned, balanced, and the life force, the prana, can do what it needs to do to self-heal. So thanks for following along, and always remember, awaken the possible.